Bro, I'm already getting excited just talking to Daniel.
I mean,
Just-
look at his face.
so
I'm
excited.
opposite you. Usually we're sweating in the sauna together.
Yeah, I know.
You do mindset coaching, right?
Yeah.
So what made you get into that? Tell us what. Yeah.
The short story is that I felt like I was good at nothing. I felt like my dad, was very, very strict, beat me, abused me. I sucked at school. I sucked at academics, and I'm an Indian and I'm supposed to be good at math and all this kind of stuff, but I just sucked at everything.
Sounds tough, man.
Yeah, bro. So I felt like I was stupid and good at nothing, and I've realized something. If you feel like pain, you feel a strong need to find a way to get out of that pain. And my way out of that pain was personal development. And my first form of personal development was because I sucked with girls. I really sucked with girls. I came across 2 books. One was called How to Win Friends and Influence People. You've probably heard of it.
Yeah, I have. Yeah.
Second one, I don't know if you've heard, but you might find it interesting, is called The Game.
The Game. No, I haven't heard of
That is so interesting
Really?
that you haven't heard of it. The Game is a book that reveals the underground society of pickup artists.
Really?
Yeah. Of how to actually pick up girls. So it's a book that actually talks about how to pick up girls.
Maybe I should write that book.
Yeah.
Maybe I should write that book.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah, bro. So and it talks about a guy's experience realizing this world. It's like an underground world. You know when you get into jiu-jitsu and you jump online, there's like a whole jiu-jitsu world.
Oh, man. They talk about it on the mats.
Yeah.
And I'm like, I feel left out.
Yeah.
Like I do.
Yeah.
Yeah, so that's a whole nother world.
It's a whole world, right?
Yeah.
And when I read this book, I was like, there's a whole world of pickup artists. And I got into this. I learned about it. I tested it. I got good at with girls. That was my first introduction into personal development. Then it kind of progressed, and I went to the gym. That was a form of personal development, like
And jiu-jitsu.
And jiu-jitsu now as well.
That helped me through my thing.
Yeah.
Get something to focus on too, ADHD, whatever.
Yeah,
You know what I mean?
yeah.
Just take you away, focus on something.
Yeah.
And what did you find about jiu-jitsu though? How has it helped you in life though? Do you take what you learn on the mats there?
Honestly,
Have you
bro.
grown from doing that?
Honestly, I haven't told you this, but I feel like an interesting thing that happened that I didn't expected it is that you just feel more confident walking around.
Man.
Because you kind of feel like when you're at the when you're at the petrol station or someone's behind you, right? Before it would kind of like you're a guy, so I feel like guys think about this.
Yeah.
I heard this
be
thing.
ready.
I heard this. Listen. I heard this thing. I want you to tell me what you think of this, right? I heard this thing by Andrew Tate, and he said, he goes, every time you meet another guy, when you shake their hand, there's like a secret battle of, would I be able to take this guy?
That's it.
And you know what? And you know what?
Yeah,
Like,
yeah.
and I was thinking about that, and I was like, and someone wrote on as a comment, he's like, he shouldn't be revealing all this shit about men.
Yeah. But it is.
Do you reckon? I feel like it is.
Well, yeah, it is. Like, because you want to be prepared, and what jiu-jitsu does as well, I find like it humbles you hard, man.
Yes.
When you're trying to get guys off you, know, small guys, big guys, and you're just under their neck hold or whatever, and you're getting strangled and you're trying to get out. I just find it humbles you. And when it's like Goggins' thing, or like Winhoff in the ice. You prepare, or saunas. You're preparing yourself for when hot days. You take saunas every day. You have a hot day. Everyone's struggling. I feel fine.
Yep.
It's like jiu-jitsu. If someone comes at you, you want to be ready to protect. Right?
I think it's like what's that saying? It's like you bleed in practice, so you don't bleed in war, or something like that.
Similar.
Yeah. So, bro, tell me for you, like, what got you into jiu-jitsu, and why do you like it?
Man, I had to get away. It was a relationship after marriage, in a way, but also
Actually, you know what? I've never really heard that story.
Really?
Yeah, I'd love to get into it after, but go on. Yeah.
Well, I had to get away from toxic anyway, so I had to be part of something, and I wanted my son to have a good role model because I didn't have him for 50% of the time, or 65% of the time back then. So I wanted to create a role model for him.
Yeah.
And so I started, and he started. So it's like going back to parenting, which we can talk about. It's like you learn so much when your kids grow up. I know we had this conversation before.
Yep.
I then started to try to be resilient as well. Like I went back to that childhood thing where I thought, okay, that's what I started jiu-jitsu, just so I could go scrap away all those things that you built up for years, what place to buy, all these pressures, expectations. I just threw myself on the mats and just got into it.
Yeah.
And then my son saw that, and he was going through the same, and he actually started having discipline because he's going for a bit of a tough time. He was about 6 or 7.
Yeah.
Just not disobeying, but heading down the naughty path.
Yeah. How old was he at that time?
He was about 6 or 7.
Yeah. And how old is he now?
He's 12 now.
He's 12 now. Right.
He doesn't do it anymore, though.
Right. So you did it 7 years ago.
I know, yeah. No, there'll be 5. Sorry. I was saying actually it was 5 years ago.
I didn't know you're doing it for that long.
Yeah,
I thought you'd only been doing it for 2 years.
Yeah, but honestly, because I'm not on and off though.
Okay, right.
So I started and I got injured, my back, aggravated. Then I took 6 months.
Yeah.
And all that, and then COVID happened. You know what I mean? So I keep.
And obviously you weren't doing it during COVID.
No.
Yeah.
But then I've always continued. Like I'll rock up there and go. Now I just do probably once, 2 weeks, once a month.
Yeah.
Like I'm too busy with my son's football training.
Yeah.
But I still keep in touch. That's why I always still keep in touch with that.
Yeah.
I always still go back to that.
Yeah.
And the feeling of it when you're in the car.
Yeah. Oh, you mean on the way back?
Yeah.
Oh,
dude.
bro, that's heaven. That's literally my favorite part.
I feel like
when you get in the car and you're just like,
everyone sweats on you, you know.
Yeah. Put the windows down. Smell like absolute shit.
Yeah. I'm like, can't wait for showering. But you do. It's this real humbling, like the energy, the adrenaline, mate. It's fantastic.
Fantastic.
Yeah.
Bro.
I had to sit in the car like for about 20 minutes when I first did it. Like I struggled and I was doing it in 3 days. That was hard 3 days. Guys do it every day. Man.
Yeah. Wow.
You know, they always got band-aids on their toes and fingers and stuff.
Yeah.
I can't go that far. I see cauliflower ears getting formed too. I go back once a month and you see he's got his cauliflower.
Yeah, and apparently, bro, it's a real bitch to drain it.
Oh yeah, it's bad.
Yeah, really bad.
You know, that's the money maker. I mean, you got a beautiful face. You don't want to do it.
Once you got a miss, it does matter.
Yeah,
you know? Doesn't matter. But bro, tell me this. Like for me personally, I feel like my favorite thing in jiu-jitsu is like because I'm still in the period where. I'm getting my ass handed to me every single day. I will get choked. I'll get choked out like at least 6 times. Yeah. I'm gonna head now, and I know I'm gonna get my ass kicked, right? Yeah. But it's like my favorite moment is like you do something new, like you get them or you choke them out, and you've like it's someone you've never done it on the first time, or it's the first time you've done it, and it's a freaking good feeling, bruh.
Yeah. Do they get the shits? Like, I congratulate them. When I get choked out, I get up and go, good one.
Yeah, for sure.
I'm
for sure.
Fantastic. And they got this biggest smile on their face, you know?
Oh, yeah, sure.
You know what I mean?
100%.
And that's what's humbling about it. You sort of, they hug and stuff afterwards, mate. The most angriest looking guys.
Yep.
You know?
Yeah.
And you see them, they're so humbling.
They're so humbling. But you know what's interesting? I find that the people on the same level as you, they're the ones that are so aggressive and competitive because they're kind of like he's on the same. The white belts.
They're tough.
I mean, I'm a white belt. You're a blue now.
Yeah, blue.
Yeah.
I think I was grateful for the blue.
Yeah, getting blue is not an easy feat.
No, it's not. But it took me like 4 years. Do you know what I mean?
Getting blue is like getting a black belt in karate or something else.
Yeah.
That's the way I see it.
That. I did a speech.
Sorry, what?
I had to do a speech when I got the blue belt.
Really?
Yeah. No, I'm not good with speeches. That's why I'm doing this. I want to build my confidence up.
Yeah. What'd you say?
Oh, I just thanked them. I said, I'll bring my kids here.
Yeah.
You know, this is a place where I like to, you know, but now they don't do it.
Yeah. Fair enough.
Yeah, like it's a very family. Like actually, Chris, I might get Chris on. He's in Philippines building a
That's
villa
right.
there.
That's
Yeah,
right. Nice. Hey, I want to ask you this, and I'm going to completely take the conversation in a different direction. But tell me this, right? Tell me this. What have you learned about trying to get your kids into something? Because I'm in a period where I'm like,
yeah, it's good.
Yeah,
Okay.
tell me what you think.
Okay, so my son played soccer for 5 years. Then he turned to rugby league.
Yeah.
Soccer was in my blood. I was like, that took me a few months to accept it. So I had to tell myself, it's not about me. It's about him, what he wants.
Right. No, but it's about us.
Well, but then you see that in the football team. You see the dads that are pushing their kids because they want it. You see it now because I've accepted it. It does work because when you sort of let them do what they want to. This is the thing. Like when I was brought up, is like that was all we could do. You're playing this and that's it.
Yep.
One meal, you're eating this one meal.
Yep.
Do you know what I mean? Now there's too many options.
Too many options.
Heaps of options.
The choice was made for us.
And my son, any sport he does, he goes well. You know, like he likes it. So it's like, all right, choose something. He's 12 now. So he's focused on rugby league.
Got you.
But that was hard to accept that. But then what I did, I trained the team. So I joined that thing. I wanted to train his generation. This is why I do this. Like, this is all part of it. The world's turned a funny place, and we got to sort of pass on our knowledge now to the young generation.
Yeah, got you.
So I by training the football team,
you get to kind of have your input.
yeah, man, I like it. And I'm teaching him how to deal with his friends too.
Yeah, got you.
He's learning, and he's learning
Yep.
of how to deal with people. Like there's a lot of bad words. They get friends put each other down. You do a wrong pass. They're what is that for? And you see the confidence drop.
Yeah.
As a 12-year-old.
Yeah, wow.
So testosterone's kicking in. So you see a lot of confidence getting destroyed.
Yeah.
Like that.
Yeah. So you would say, like, in regards to get your son or something, you got to accept that it's not about you, and you just got to let them kind of do what they got to do.
Guide them. What you want? If you want, what do you
I
want?
I want my son to do jiu-jitsu.
It's Ari too, isn't it?
I've got that's right, which is crazy.
Yeah, I know. It's a good name, isn't it?
Yeah, it's a beautiful name.
Ari. So I did.
Yeah.
Okay. If you whatever you want to get them into, you do it.
Yeah.
You got to show them. You can't tell the kids these days.
Yeah.
You do this, do that, do this. It doesn't work. They've got free range. They've got technology.
You just got to go, this is what we're doing.
Well, yeah, this is what we're doing, but you do it. Like you want to do jiu-jitsu, it's perfect because you're doing it.
Yep.
The best way to show them now is not to tell them. You just show them by doing it.
Yep.
Lead by example.
Got you.
So if you want to get into jiu-jitsu, mate, just put it on the TV, man. You got to have it presence. Soccer, okay, he drifted from soccer. Like, I never watched it.
Yep.
I watched my dad and my grandfather.
Yep.
But I never watched it. I drifted from soccer.
Yep.
So it wasn't around. I don't hang like Manchester United flags up. I'm not a Chelsea fanatic.
Yeah.
It's just I never had that. So if you want to get him into something, just surround him by the stuff.
Yep.
And he'll start to like it. If he changes,
and if he
mind,
doesn't, you just got to accept it.
Yeah, man, don't get hurt.
Yeah,
Took me mumps, mate.
Yeah, I think I'll be hurt, but it is what it is.
Yeah, so just jiu-jitsu though? What other sport?
Honestly, I want to get into jiu-jitsu and then some sort of team sport. Yeah. So whatever it is, I don't care. Some team sport, you know what I mean?
Team sport are very important.
Yeah, that's right. That's right.
Even my daughter playing netball, mate, the way it's structured, like she's learning as well. It's just about team building.
Did she do jiu-jitsu too?
She did, yeah.
Did she like...
She did. She was strong. She was good, but then I think she did it just to bury her brother.
Really? Did she?
Yeah, she did.
Is she older?
Yeah, she's older, and she had him. Like he's gonna get high. He's gonna tour one day, but yeah, she enjoyed it.
Right.
She's a good girl. She does what what you tell her. Sort of.
Okay, right.
Where my son will do something, and then if he changes his mind, he'll get over it.
Got you.
So it's like let him do what he wants to do, but still.
Yeah.
So now instead of going, you can't do that, I explain it to him.
So how did they end up stopping? Did they just say, I don't want to do this anymore?
Oh, it was a bit, I only had him for a week, so I couldn't take him every week.
Yeah.
I tried, but I couldn't. So then when I took him for my week, it was like a bit of a sort of attitude. That went on for a while.
Yeah.
And then I got to a point I was like, mate, it's costing me $50 a week. So, if you don't want to, I'm not going to force you. And as soon as I went, okay. But I said it's still there. But I keep doing it. I talk about it. So when they get older, if they want to do it, my son plays rugby league, and I think jiu-jitsu is really good for rugby league, and I try explaining that to him.
Yep.
But at that age, mate.
Yeah, nah. At that age, they just want what they want.
So how old's your son? How old is he?
I've got a 4-year-old and 2-year-old.
I think it's 2. Oh, they're young, man. So
you're very young.
Yeah, but
that's why I want to get him into jiu-jitsu.
Yeah, and if your partner's good with that too.
I'm just worried my son can't listen because I think he's got. Yeah,
but that's why jiu-jitsu's good for him.
Yeah, right.
It gives him that because it's the belt, the stripes.
Yeah.
It gives him that sort of discipline.
Yeah.
They go on the mats, they bow.
Yeah,
respect the professor.
He needs that. He definitely needs that.
This is why I got my son into it.
Yeah.
And he sort of, and then he got to the point where he's just rolling around like this. You know what I mean? And one time someone was on top of him and he was like having an asthma attack. He was like, what? I ran down and got a puffer. And he came down and he goes, oh, she smelled that. And I'm like,
bro,
dude,
do you get some people though?
You do get some people.
You get some people.
Face,
there's one particular guy we've probably even had this same guy, but bro, when he gets you in the top mount position and you're like smelling their balls, it's the
I've had
worst
ass in my face, man.
I've tapped out for that. I've tapped out. I was like, I can't handle it.
They squeeze you, you can't breathe.
And they're like, why'd you tap out? I was like, good pressure.
I'm the same, yeah. It's so funny.
It's so bad.
You should try it, Nick. You'll love it.
Definitely, jiu-jitsu, best thing ever.
They have you in I don't know the move because don't get enough, but he's sitting in my face, man.
Yeah. You saddle.
I'm like, is that allowed? Is that allowed? I feel bad.
Yeah.
If I got my chest, even when you're doing this and you got your chest.
Yeah.
Like, and then that sort of stuff too is like, what? This is too much. And they got legs over too. That's the thing. Sorry, Nick, I won't get in that path. The closed
guard position.
Yeah, man. And I swear I think some of them are gay too. Not that it's a problem.
Yeah.
But the ones I know when they got me from behind,
Yeah.
I'll just go with it, man.
Yeah.
And they hold me there for a long time.
You just let it happen.
They hold me there for a long time.
Take my
breathing
back.
in my ear. Are you okay?
Yes.
Be gentle. You can tap, I don't want to.
Oh,
Yeah, I know.
Love it.
Yeah, I love it. So, okay, you talk.
Okay,
talk,
hang on. But there's one more question I want to ask you, right? Because I feel like in a way we're similar.
Very much so.
And one of my
Cookies and
friends,
cream. We like cookies and
yeah. I'd be the Oreo. So my friend, my best mate, he asked me this question. He said, "Are you more like a dad or are you more like a father?" And I said, "What's the difference?" And he said, "A father is more like an old school, like they both of them love their kids, but a father is more like a strict person. They don't like laugh and be silly with the kids, but they're kind of strict. They're kind of like, this is the law. They love their kids. They look after their kids. They protect their kids. They provide their kids. Old school, a little bit more old school." But then you've got a dad, and a dad does all that. A dad is more like, is a friend to the kid, is like silly with the kid, all that kind of stuff, right? So I've heard two schools of thought. I've heard if you're a father, then you can sometimes be emotionally distant. If you're a dad, then sometimes your kids can start treating you like a kid. And they start and that respect isn't there.
Love this guy.
Right? So my question is, what do you think? What do you number one, what do you think you are? Do you think you're
both
a dad?
balance, man. Feminine, masculine.
Yeah, right.
And this goes back to...
But even if you are, you got to admit, it's hard to do both.
Oh, especially
it's easier to do one.
Especially by yourself. So
yeah,
when
right.
I had the kids by myself, because I was that dad. The way my dad came home, I was like, wait until your dad gets home.
Yeah.
I played that role.
Yeah.
Not that it was me, I was softer. I'm more sort of close to mum.
Yeah.
So I would come in and I'd be that dad.
Yeah.
Then when I had to look after myself,
Yeah.
I couldn't be that hard dad, and that's when I started learning about finding my feminine side.
Right.
Okay,
Yeah.
You hear all these
This
things.
is something that me and you have never talked about. Yeah.
No, we haven't.
Yeah.
Because there's always people interrupting us.
Yeah. That's right. That's right.
So, so I had to find my feminine side.
Yeah, right.
In a way, went back to thinking the way my mum was a mum, so that, and bringing them up, I couldn't be, and having a daughter as well, I never had a sister.
Yeah.
So I had to, from that father figure, like you said,
Yeah.
I had to find the dad side.
Yeah, right. So you felt like you had to.
Well, I always had that.
Yeah.
But I picked up more of that because I had to pick up all the work at home by myself. It was different.
Yeah.
So I couldn't be so that hard old school dad. I had to sort of find the soft side. So anyway, I brought myself down to the level. I've worked out my stuff and had to be gentle. So there was a Winter Olympics. I'll give an example. My son upset me. He was being silly, kicked me, just being silly.
Yeah.
So I sort of got upset with him, which doesn't happen much now. But back then, you go, "Fire!" I was so angry.
Yeah.
Go to bed. They went to bed crying. Not just they were upset because they never saw me like that.
Yeah.
I sat in the hallway and I was like,
Shit.
okay, I've got to, because usually you got the wife come in and say, "Oh, you've upset your father."
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And they're, "Sorry, Dad," or whatever.
Yep.
So I had to sit back and go, how do I deal with this? So I calmly went in there and explained things. So now I explain.
Yep.
If I get upset or something like that, I explain it to him.
Yep.
And that, instead of, now the old parenting was like, blah, 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 and that's it. And that probably caused trauma, or whatever you want to call it now.
Yeah.
So I have to try to find that balance.
Yeah.
And when you're too soft, I went too soft.
Yeah, right.
All right.
What does too soft look like?
Just that hard father sort of went.
Yeah, right, completely.
Oh yeah, I went too much where I was like just softer and calmer, and But then that's when my son, as he's getting older, he started arcing up,
taking
starting
advantage.
the little power thing. You know what I mean?
Right.
He had sort of
So what age did that begin?
That was about a couple of years ago, maybe 9 or 10.
Right. So that's when it begins.
He started arcing up at me. And
Yeah.
I was like, oh. And when he wasn't listening, he was getting that. He needed that father figure back.
Yeah.
So then I brought back that father figure. Yeah, just
Yeah.
the daughter.
Yeah.
But no, but then I kept
Yeah.
the soft side. So it's about finding the balance.
Yeah.
And I do it with the kids at football training. I muck around with them.
Yeah.
I love to come down. They say, "Oh, you shouldn't be a best friend or something. You got to be a father."
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Because that
times
look
change.
to me that doesn't seem that like for me I can't do full father.
No. Full father's old school, man.
Old school. I just
full
can't
father
seem
didn't
to.
even touch their kids.
Yeah.
Full father didn't even talk emotionally. Like
Yeah.
I don't think I've ever had a soft sort of talk with my dad. Still.
Yeah. Wow. Well, really.
Well,
Wow.
It comes. He's soft.
Right now.
Because he's hard. No, but he's hard. But it's like he can't talk about things. He gets upset because maybe he had his father from the war days, which was really hard.
Right.
So it's good to, talk about stuff, and like I discuss emotions with my son.
Yep.
He explains when he doesn't talk. The other day he was a bit quiet. Before the old me would have gone, "What's wrong? What's wrong?"
Yep.
Da 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 da. Now I just sort of sat next to him. Young, watching the Olympics. Just sat next to him, man. Put my hand over him. Just sort of letting that's it. Man. So you good? Is he? Look, okay.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It wasn't like, "What's wrong? Get up. Why are you being soft for?"
Yeah.
Da-da-da-da-da.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So it's that balance, mate.
Yeah.
Everything's about balance.
Yeah. Yeah.
And this is, and again, being a single man, meeting a few ladies, whatever, they struggle with men.
Yeah.
There's a missing balance now. We've gone too soft, dude. Because of the whole. So it's like I'm trying to be old school to my son and teach him tough.
Yep.
Be a warrior, dude.
The House of Blasius.
Yeah, like that. But at the same time, have that new age twist. Feel your emotions.
Yep.
Be gentle. I teach him. Let your sister in. Be nice to your sister.
Yep.
Be nice to your mum. I always tell him.
Yep.
Still got to be a gentleman.
That's what stoicism is, right?
100%.
Yeah.
When I saw Ryan Holidays.
Oh, you went and saw him?
Yeah.
Because he came recently.
Yeah, last 2 weeks ago.
Right. How was it?
Good.
Yeah. What did you get out of it?
You know what I got out of it?
Yeah.
I left and I went, I'm on the right track, man.
Yeah. Right.
Because people asking questions, hundreds of people asking, is that a town hall? Really nice. Have you been to town hall?
Yeah. Of
Beautiful.
course.
I
Yeah.
haven't been before. It was really good.
Yeah.
Yeah. He spoke about exactly all the stuff I listened to, Marcus Aurelius.
Yep.
It's important, man. It's going back to that. And I've noticed a lot of kids in their 20s
Yep.
are listening to stoicism and that.
Yeah.
A lot.
Yeah.
Like that Nick at the gym.
Yep.
Alex. You got another young bloke I met, and the way they talk, it's like this gentleness is coming back. And I was explaining this to Nick, next generation.
Nick is a gentle,
Nick, this one? Or
Yeah, this one.
Oh, dude, can we
He's
talk
so
about...
yeah. I love him. Nick,
I wish I had a camera. Yeah, no, seriously. I saw Nick at football.
Yeah.
My son was playing against, was he your nephew?
Yeah.
Yeah. And they won. And anyway, I was walking into the stadium and I see his head with his hat. And I was like, pushing everyone. I just went up to him, didn't he? He had his pink bag on. I don't know, his daughter's bag. And I just hugged him, man.
Yeah.
And my kids were there like, what the hell is this, man?
Yeah.
This was like,
Yeah, I know. It was. In the middle of Windsor Leagues Club where all these, neck tats and mullets and stuff. And we're just hugging a man with a pink bag and a bald man with a beard.
Yeah.
Bro,
Bro, you know what? I genuinely, I think... I made a video about this, and I think we talked about this on our podcast. I talked about the idea that I think the most... Because there's been like an evolution in masculinity, right? Yeah. The old school was, I'm a man, I'm tough, I don't show my emotions, and if I say, and then it's kind of like, I don't show my emotions at all. And then there was this new no homo age, where it's like, if I say I like something about a mate, or I show affection, I have to say no homo, which is the most pussy thing to do ever.
Yeah.
But then I think the most masculine thing is if you love someone, you just love someone and you hug them and you show them. And what I like is in that environment, while all this tough crap is going on, you just went and you hugged him and you didn't care what people think.
I
didn't care.
I saw his face and I was like,
yeah, I love you.
Yes, dude. And it's the same as soon as I met him. And even yourself, dude. And this goes back to this whole even stoicism. It's like no one leads with love anymore, man.
Yes.
You know what I mean?
Yep.
Like evil's coming out in the world, right?
Yeah.
And I know we can talk so many things.
Yeah,
like,
so many
you're
things.
Christian,
Yep.
you're religious, right?
Yes.
And I don't get too much, but you look at the Olympics and stuff, and you see what's going on. I don't know. It's but there's a lot of mockery of love. That faith Christianity is about love.
Yep.
Good, don't hurt your neighbor, whatever.
Yep.
Like so that's getting taken away.
Yep.
And by putting that stuff up there, he's setting off the vibrations and the manifestation of people thinking that's what they want to do to us. Right.
Yeah.
So this is why another thing like this, they've got to bring back the love, man. That balances out. People are like, what do we do with this stuff going on? All this stuff going on in the world. How do you fight it, mate? Just spread the love, dude. That's it. That's it.
Yeah.
Like, love people, mate. Imagine everyone was walking around smiling like you. You're always smiling.
Yep.
Everyone see at the gym.
Yeah, me too. Me.
You know, and it bounces off. It's like reflection. Smile, 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 smile. Stop it.
Bro, sometimes,
You know?
I'll tell you this. Sometimes, like, I walk in the gym, and I'm always excited to get to the gym. But sometimes I'm thinking about something, kind of lost my head, and then I see you, and then I'm just like, and then I smile. It makes me genuinely happy.
Because you're the same. Because I feel I'm like a projection. You know what I mean? If you're, I've always been like, how you treat me is how I treat you. But I'm open straight away.
Yeah.
People are guarded. It's a bit of a hard one to deal with.
Okay,
Very hard one.
so to get technical, here's what I see. Is what typically happens is you're a young boy, and when you're a young boy, you say whatever you want. When you walk up to someone,
Innocent,
you just
dude.
go, "Hey, I like you.
Yes.
I want to be your friend."
Yes.
You just say whatever you want. You're free. You're courageous. But then you get hurt, and then you create now this facade of, I need to be tough, and I need to protect this. And now what you do is you stop the inner child. You know the inner child that's just free?
Yes.
You stop him and you go, no, you can't come out. Right? So what I see in you when you, like, when we chat is just, you're in touch with your inner child.
100%, dude.
Yeah?
It's never been, never. I've been trying to be squashed in the past. Not in a bad way, but that I've always stuck to it, dude.
You know, and bro, you don't realize, bro, people lose that. And that is why, you know that quote by Joe Rogan that says, quiet lives are desperation?
Yeah.
That's what it is.
Yeah, man.
What it is specifically is that they have cut off their inner child.
Yes. But the reason why they've cut it off is all the
Fear.
and all the black magic. People rip you down. It comes to me. Someone jealous or envy or something, they'll rip you down, and that's the idea. And you lose that innocence. You know what I mean? It's like, you got to still. Something I listened to was like, I never said to you, was about maybe us moving forward is us realizing who we actually are. It's not like trying to change and be this person. It's like we're actually ripping away. We're opposite.
Yes.
Ripping away all the attachments, all the agreements we've signed.
Yep.
And ripping everything away. And that's the growth. It's the opposite, dude.
Yes,
Until you come to the end and you realize, this is me, man.
Yes.
I'm me.
Yes.
I find, like, you guys are young, but I'm a bit late bloomer, but in my 40s, they say, you live that extra life. I did. I after divorce and having the COVID lockdown, man, that was like big time for everyone.
Yep.
But that was at my age and what I've been through. That was where I was like, I'm a man, dude. Like, I know who I am. Like, when you know who you are, and it's good. It's like all those, you're this, you're that, you're this. What's that? You do something wrong or make a mistake in life, people will nail you down.
Yep.
Like, why? That's when you build people up.
Yeah.
I see people at the gym like that. They're the outcasts. I go to them. Give them a bit of love, man. They shine.
Yeah.
It's like feeding an old plant that's been left.
Yep. And you know what? That is food to your own soul when you do that. That's,
it makes me happy, dude.
Yeah.
It makes me happy because we're all the same, man.
Yeah.
We're all going for the same thing.
Yeah.
And like you go into religions, everything I've listened to or looked into, it's all the same, dude. It's like, okay, like your Christianity, right? God to you.
Yeah.
What is God to you? Like, I know it's deep. You don't have to answer it. I know I go hard, dude. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Well, what I mean is like, okay, because you don't want to get. So you got all the Muslim, Christianity, all this sort of stuff.
Daniel's like, I was about to let him go, but then I don't know if I can.
How long we got? How long we got?
No, go for it. Yeah.
No, like, there's something to ask you, man. I'm letting you do the talking.
I feel like there's like a... With me and you, it's like we're in a room, right? And I feel like I get this analogy where there's like these doors, and the door is just gushing with water, but we're just holding it off.
Dude,
and we're just like, oh shit, should we open this door? No, let's not open it. Oh, should we open this door? Oh, no, let's open it.
That's what it was. Yeah, there's so many doors.
Yeah,
and they can go into more doors.
Yeah.
But like what I ask that is like, okay, you look at like yoga and all the spiritual stuff, even Buddhism. It's like God, is it the universe? Is it us? It's like when they say you go through a tough time and you find God, you hear that. It sounds corny, but I get it. It's when you find yourself, when you rip away all those attachments.
Yep.
And you go back to when...
Who you really are.
Dude, I go back to when I was young. I went back to when I was 20 before I met, the ex-wife. I went back to that, my mindset. was like, that was when I was figuring out who I was, and then when I better have a relationship, I better do this, right?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So when you go back to that and you find that, to me, that's, they say God speaks, and it's when you know what I mean? Like it's, I think he's in us. I think we are.
Yeah.
We are, man.
Yep.
You know what I mean?
Yep.
It's the universe. You know, you take your shoes off, they say the shoes stop the energy, all that energy-based stuff.
Yep.
So religion and that has got I think to believe in God, they say that's where you know, when you find God and you are happy with who you are, that to me, if everyone does that inner search, man, this world would be so beautiful.
Yeah.
Wouldn't it?
Yeah. It would. It would.
It would be. And that's
really
what
would.
makes me angry.
Yeah.
And when you find that, you go out and you see people and all their, just their egos and their insecurities.
Yeah.
Huge.
You know
man.
what, bro? Like the to fundamentally bring it down and make it simple, I think essentially and the reason why is that I think everyone goes through experiences, and they end up coming to a place where there's only two ways to live. Do I live out of fear because I'm protecting myself and I don't want to be seen a certain way, or I don't want to be seen as a failure, or I don't want to be seen as non-successful, or I don't want to see as not being fit in? So it's either fear, it's fear, or it's love. People are either moving through fear or love. But here's the interesting thing. I think sometimes as human beings, we do both. Like, I think we all have both. Yeah. But I think primarily people are driven by either fear or love. And I think now if you take that back and you think to yourself, and this is the way that I've kind of weaved it in, is like, I think, why is that the way things work? That people get hurt and they have these two choices, and this is the way they respond. And this is why Christianity is very distinctly different, because what Christianity is an answer to that. Christianity goes, that's just sin. This is the way we are. We're broken people. And it is like when we experience hurt, we get broken. And that's what's powerful about Christianity, because it gives you a personal savior, and it gives you someone who really lived on this planet and also comes here and just says, this is how you live. And he shows you. He really shows you. Like, even with the whole Olympic thing that you brought up, right? It's like, even in that moment, you can, like, because I've read the Bible and I know how Jesus would respond, I know how Jesus would respond, because he responded like that when he was getting ridiculed on the cross. And what he said was starkly different to what anybody would do. When he's getting tortured, he goes, Father, forgive them, for they know not what they do.
Beautiful, man. Is that nice?
Who thinks like
Isn't
that, bro?
nice?
And that's why, interestingly, you know Spanian?
Yeah.
Spanian did a video and he goes, that's why I'm a Christian. Because everyone bags out Jesus Christ. Everyone bags out Jesus Christ. The Simpsons. Like, you know, when you're swearing, he's on the tip of your tongue. Like, we all openly just bag him out. But that's why it makes so much sense. Personally for me, that's why it makes so much sense. Why, personally for me, I'm like, yeah, that's probably why he's God. Yeah. And this is what Spanian said. He goes, you don't see that happening with Hinduism. You don't see that happening with anything else. People wouldn't dare to say anything against Muhammad. So what he says is, he goes, if everyone ridiculed Hinduism, I would be a Hindu, because it only makes sense that the thing that is most ridiculed is the thing that is the most true.
Yeah, I saw that actually.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's true.
Yeah.
It's true. It's like, yes, bring it.
Yep.
Because you're not going to break me. Because it's like, it's like taking advantage of it too, because it's peaceful.
Yep.
And that's what's so beautiful about it, man.
Yeah.
You know?
It's like, even when you see what happened with the Olympics thing, it's like, the way I see it is like, people are fighting against it and like trying to,
that's what they want.
Why are they doing?
That's what they want.
That's what they want. And you know, it's like, that's what they want. And it's like, but like, we don't even need to do that. It's just, that's what people are going to do. Like, that's how Christianity is viewed. As a Christian, the way I see that is, that's what happened. And sometimes it hurts because people see us that way. But this is predicted years ago. It says that people will hate you for my name. That's exactly what happens.
So is it playing out though? Not to sound like out there. And I saw this thing today, and I've always thought about it. It's a bit, you know, the whole Antichrist.
Yeah.
You know, hit the mark of the beast.
Yeah.
Like, it's, and you start to think about that, and then you see Elon Musk is putting all these things up, and he's the good guy. You know, you got Trump. He's a bit of a messiah now.
Okay.
That scares me, dude.
Yeah, interesting. Yeah, so interesting.
I think
I'm surprised, because I thought you would actually like Trump.
Yeah, I do. But when he dodged that bullet and he was praised, I was like, oh,
Yeah.
now.
Yeah.
and he's up there amongst all the bad people. So you know, you got to, if you can't beat him, you join him. You know, he's part of them.
Yeah.
I think we need him for now to set the path for that.
Yeah. I
it comes
feel
in
like
fire, dude.
I feel like you're ready to fly here.
Oh, I'm
'cause
ready
I
to
get
fly,
it.
and it comes in fire.
Yeah.
You know, like Elon Musk, you know, all the technology, Mark of the Beast, Neuralink. I'm not. I just look. I look past. I like. Okay, well, that's good for now. It's good for we need. Yeah. But I'm not one of those sheep. I just think ahead.
Yep.
So, you know, it'll be good to see what happens.
Yeah.
But in the religious side of things, like there's a lot of tension building up.
Yeah.
You know,
for sure.
and this is again why doing this. You know, hard times create strong men. We're at the end of good times create weak men, and now weak men's going to create hard times, dude. And we're at the peak.
I think we're at the.
cusp.
I think you know that this is exactly the same
man.
thing that I say. I think we're in the cycle of weak men.
Of course,
You know?
I do labour hire, and I can't find workers. The younger generation.
Yeah.
And it's not that. It's just like I was explaining to Nicholas over there. Like the generation 20s, 25 and under, they're really nice. Nice guys, like really nice, soft. But have they been softened up on purpose, you know? Like, and then technology comes in. So there's, for blue collar, for workers, people are doing this. And this is, again, one thing. I want to get the message out across as well.
Yep.
Because this is all I have to offer.
Yep.
Can't find workers.
Yep.
I look at my son's generation football team. Okay, I need to build. I need to focus on the next 10, 20 years. If I can make a difference for one or two or three of those guys, you know what I mean, to transfer that cusp, that old school mentality, that father figure into the dad figure, the soft side, I've got to blend it in, man. This is why, because it is going to go through a tough time. We're still going.
Yeah.
This is only the start of it. This is like the canapé. Just think of it like a function, man. Canapés, mate. Entree yet, you know.
Yep.
So if we focus now on building young, and there's, as you know, young strong men to lead the next way, because it's going to go through hard times, man. You think these kids are going to handle hard times?
Yeah.
Are they? I don't know. You worry about you got two sons.
I worry about this a lot.
Yeah,
a lot.
man.
I worry about this a lot because I think to myself, like, our parents' generation, they had discipline, that consistency, and in the face of obstacles, they could endure. Like, they could just keep going. Like, my dad and my parents who, like, they faced obstacles, they would just keep going, you know? And they had discipline. They had the ability to save money. They had the ability to be consistent. And I think even in our generation, I don't think we have that. But you know what's interesting? We have a different thing. We have vision. See, my dad, the older generation didn't have vision.
No, 100%.
Because my
narrow.
dad...
Work, come home.
That's right. Because if my dad had an Indian restaurant, and if he had vision, maybe he could have like built multiple Indian restaurants, franchises, right? But I do want to honor where honor is due. Like, he worked hard and he got to where he is. And I find with the younger generations, we have the vision, but we don't have the discipline.
This is... Well, I'm like that with my dad. I work for dad. I've always got the vision. It's come, but he's still... You know, even though he's 75.
Yeah, wow. He's 75.
He's 75, man.
Yeah,
he won't stop.
Yeah, wow. He's still working at 75.
That's because that's all they know.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, it gives it meaning. But you know what? But there's something really powerful about that. And I think this is why I respect Jordan Peterson, because this is something I never thought about. The people, like Jordan Peterson said this, he goes, give me someone who has no responsibilities, right? He's got no responsibilities. He's living at home. He's playing video games. He lives off his mum. He's not earning his own money. And I'll show you someone who is depressed and anxious. Like, how could you be in that situation and not have mental health problems? It's impossible. It's only possible that you will have mental health problems.
Yeah, and they get told that. I've got cousins with their kids, and some of them are on medication, and I've had a good talk to them. And they're telling me their problems. 19, 20, I'm like, what problems do you have? You get told that. Do you know what I mean? And because like we're meant to hunt, we're meant to be hungry. Dude. All kids are hungry now.
Yeah.
You go on your phone, you can, you remember the video shops? You choose a video, a DVD movie, a new release for a night. You grab one for a week. They don't. It's all. They got everything online.
Everything online.
Everything's there, delivered to the door.
Yep.
Any food, anything you want, man.
Yep.
So there's no need to gather. There's no need to. Do you know what I mean?
There's no struggle.
No, there's no struggle, man.
Bro, the way, like, consider this for a second, right? The way our brain works to a certain degree, if I was to kind of break it down, is like I could sit here and go, I could get dopamine from Netflix. I can turn on Netflix and dopamine, it's a reward chemical in my brain. It makes me feel good. Boom. Netflix, dopamine. Social media, dopamine. Or there's another form of dopamine where if I want to build a business, I work, I hit a milestone, boom, then I get the dopamine. I go to the gym, I struggle, then I get the dopamine, right? So the way we're supposed to be built is that we work hard, then we get the reward, and then we keep growing, and that's what gives us meaning. Now we're just having a slap on the pokies, just having a slap
Swipe
on
left,
the pokie.
swipe right.
Yeah, just having a slap, bro. Constantly fries our dopamine system. But now they're wondering why they don't have the motivation, because dopamine is a system where if you keep destroying it, you're not going to have any motivation or drive to do the things that you want to do. Start a business, have the courage to ask out that girl, go to the gym. It's like they wonder why they struggle with motivation. That's the number one thing you hear, and they're depressed and they're anxious, but they just keep slapping the slot. But here's another thing though. I wonder what you think about this, because I feel like in the beginning I'm becoming, but I wasn't really a full social justice type of person. But I feel like the whole, industry around TikTok and social media, I don't think it's ethical, bro.
No, it's not,
bro. Because I'm a mindset coach. This is my job.
Yeah.
And I still get distracted.
Yeah, man. You fall for all the time.
Bro, if I, as a mindset coach, can't do this generation is finished, bro.
And this goes back to like leading by example.
Yeah.
If like, and I've said this before, if you tell your kids to get off their iPads or phones, not my kids have any, but and then you're on your phone, they look at you. And they're like, what's that? So like,
yeah.
If you,
that's the hard thing, bro.
If you're doing that and you're trying to teach these kids, and then you do it, this is like as fast.
This is the thing that kills me.
Yeah, but but you're aware of it, right? It's like Stoicism teaches
Still
you about
so
dealing
hard,
with
bro.
emotions,
Yeah,
right? And sometimes you crack, and you think, shit, man. But I've been listening to this stuff. No, but that's the whole point of
Bro,
it.
you know how I
you're
feel?
human, man.
You know how I feel when I'm swiping whatever and my son comes and he just goes, honestly, bro, like...
They go to sleep. Wasn't there a video? A kid asleep?
Bro,
they filmed some kid asleep.
I'm actually getting anxious, bro. Honestly, I'm getting triggered here, bro. Honestly, because I'm thinking to myself, this is how they are, bro.
Yeah. And that happens with... Sorry?
Yeah.
They know how to use it.
They know how to use it, bro.
Wait.
2.5, she knows how to use the phone, take photos and stuff.
Yeah.
Okay, we got to
know more. I'm putting music on TikTok and stuff. I hear this sort of stuff, dude.
But Daniel, okay, here's the thing though. I don't think it's entirely bad, because what also happens is they find a way to be able, like, you'll notice that, like, there'll be like a 7-year-old, 10-year-old kid who's got a YouTube channel. So they get really good with the technology, which is a benefit. Like, you need to kind of be good with technology. That's a benefit. But then the downside, bro, I don't know if it's worth it, eh?
Well, I said that to my dad the first time I got these phones, man.
Yeah.
I miss the Nokia, the flick ones, that's going to destroy us, dude. And then wait until I had this discussion with Nick, the AI robots. Like, again, Elon Musk.
Yeah.
Man,
yeah.
I'll probably get one.
Okay.
I'll probably get one, dude.
You have to tell me,
I'm
Daniel.
against it, but I'll probably get one.
Yeah. Okay.
He's going to have it at like an old pond.
I have to ask you, what's your thing on Elon Musk? Okay, just go.
Lately
just
it's
go.
coming up. Oh no, I think it's great, but
Yeah.
he's fighting against those people, but you know what I mean. But he's got things setting up, man. He's full control, man. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's like there's power hunger. There's like a grab. There's a grab for who's going to be in charge.
Right.
And he's a business guy. You know what I mean?
Okay, tell me this. Do you think, because I see, like, you look at the story, and I'm neutral here right now. I'm not going, he's like some sort of like, whatever.
I'm the same,
But I see that, like what you're saying, it checks out, right?
Yeah.
But do you think he actually has the intention of, I'm doing this because I want to rule the world?
No.
Or do you think it's just, I'm interested in this, I want to do this, I think it'll be cool because he's just inspired. That's what he loves to do.
But when you have that full control, people
You got great
change.
responsibility.
People get power and they change.
Yes.
It happens to heaps of emperors and
Yeah.
I mean, like it's can he when he gets to that point, like what he's doing, how much can he control that power? How far do you go when you have robots and stuff everywhere and you're the guy?
Yeah.
Like it could be good. This is the fourth industrial revolution.
Yeah.
So this is what was meant to happen. But then you look at the biblical side of things and you go, like, if that's true,
Yeah.
you know? So, yeah, look, either way, we need technology. I said it is the fourth industrial revolution.
Yeah.
The kids on TikTok and stuff, that's just how, you can't stop that, man.
How likely, and this is where I would say I'm pretty neutral in these affairs. My sense is that you have a flair, just not complete,
Always.
not a complete,
Always.
but you have a flair for conspiracy.
Yeah,
but
always.
I would have to say that there is a pretty good chance of iRobot happening.
100%, man.
There's a pretty good chance
and then
of that happening.
Terminator 2 and then The Matrix.
All it takes is just one guy with a
is
bad
it,
intention.
man. I didn't kill, that's it. This is the thing, who's going to be in charge of that? Alexa or what is it, Google or what's the other one? Like these robots will come in. I remember saying I want to walk into my house and just talk. It'll talk to me.
Yeah,
Imagine coming home
yeah,
to like an Alfred, like a Bruce Wayne's butler,
yeah.
and he just talks to you very nice and calm. He looks stoic,
Yeah.
and teaches you good stuff. That's awesome. Come home and bounce off your robot,
Yeah,
but then that's going to take away family.
yeah. Got you.
It's
Got
gone,
you.
man.
Okay. Here's what one of the things I want to say is like, I'm going to ask you this question. I'm going to answer this question for myself, and then I want to see how you answer this. What's your perspective as well?
Yeah.
Is that I feel like approaching this whole AI thing, there is a way to think about it from an individual level, and there's a way to think about on like a macro level, like a national level or a global level, right? From a micro level, from like an individual me level, I think the best way to think about it is the philosophy to have is we got to be in control. We can't let the AI be in control. We can't let tech be in
Yes.
control. So that means, like, for example, it's like the idea is, like you said, you walk into your house, everything is done for
It's
you.
easy. It's fantastic.
It's fantastic because what it does is now it gives space for your brain to be able to play and be creative and enjoy your life. That's how it's supposed to be. Not to a point where everything is so easy that we're fried
That's
and
what's gonna
it
happen.
takes away the struggle and destroys us. So I think that's the right philosophy. How we do that, man,
This is where you come in.
this is where I come in.
This is it.
This is where I come in. This is where I come in. But I think
you
first,
you need to get people to think. Sorry, so I got you off.
yeah,
It's like people don't think. People need to be trained how to think now.
yeah, right,
That's so, and it's losing that.
yeah,
So someone like yourself, I've seen your clips and that with that kid doing flip on the street.
Yeah,
you give
yeah.
good advice.
yeah. Thank you.
You
Thank
do, and
Thank
it's
you.
good. And I'm like, that's what you need to do. These young guys, they need to learn.
Yeah.
You know the meaning. What was it? What was it again? You
Viktor
said
Frankl.
Yeah.
He who has no meaning in his life chases useless pleasures.
Yeah.
Yep.
That's it, man.
Yeah.
And so they got to find meaning.
Yep.
You know.
That's right. That's right.
And,
I
you got
agree.
to you got to be able to, like, what you do. I know naturally what you've gone through and what you want to do is train. Like, you do sports teams as well. You need
Me
to-
personally, no.
When you-
Oh, in regards to
Yeah,
who I,
yeah,
yeah.
And you do,
I've been called out for it, but I haven't
yeah.
actually officially worked with one yet.
So that would be good.
And there'll be another. There's actually another one. Interesting. We're going a completely different topic, but I've actually been. Someone reached out to me for some. I think it's a Super League or something.
Yeah.
And potentially me working with them. And they said it's funny. You brought up some example earlier today where you said, like, a little bit of culture where on the field, like, someone does a mistake and they're just like, oh, you did crap or whatever, like giving each other crap about that. So they've called me in for that.
Oh, awesome, man.
So it'll be interesting dealing with that. But
Yeah, that's good.
yeah, completely going in a different direction.
Yeah.
How would you deal with that?
Oh, I do it now.
Right.
The kids.
Yeah. Yeah. How do you build that culture at a macro level?
It starts from the top. So the coach, the trainers, if you create something up there,
Yeah.
some understanding.
Yeah.
So I in the football team, I put myself as a position where that's the coach. I treat it like a business.
Yeah.
He's the coach. I tidy up the loose ends. So then he can train them
Yep.
in rugby league.
Yep.
So if one kid's, and you see the divorced kids, there's kids there. There's a few bullies. There's really rude kids. So I sort of discipline them. But if the team understand that,
Yep.
then we work together. They will see that structure, and
Yep.
mate, they're winning. They won the whole comp, mate.
Yeah.
They're in the finals.
Yeah,
which
wow.
But I'm not like going. Yeah,
So
so
you
that's
what-
my job.
Right. So what you're saying is you work with them at an individual level
Yeah,
based on what their problems are.
yeah. So I walk around.
Smart.
And he coaches. I just walk around and look at the kids. It's just what I do.
Yeah.
That's my job there.
And that's what you like doing as well.
I do.
Yeah.
And it does work. These kids come up now, shake my hand. Hey Daniel, like there. I had a go at a kid last week. He was pretty rude, but I had to. Didn't like it, but I had to put him in his place, and he came and apologised 3 times. And I
What?
said,
How did it happen? What happened?
I just putting up his finger and not listening. And it's yeah, man. You know, I mean, it's a fine line of like
Yeah.
dad and father.
Yeah.
It's like they push.
Yeah.
But he wasn't listening. He was disrespectful.
How did you talk to him? What did you say to him?
Oh well, I had to raise my voice.
Yeah.
Because sometimes these kids they don't listen. If you try and talk to them, you can't talk to him like
Yeah.
that.
Yeah. You got to
So
get their
I
attention.
looked at him and
Yeah.
I gave it to him nicely.
Yeah.
It wasn't bad.
Yeah.
And then just had enough basically. I said I'm not putting. I said if I was a coach, I wouldn't play you. You're disrespectful, mate. I don't put up with that. I don't put up with that with adults, let alone a 12-year-old.
Yes.
Give it to him.
Yes.
Look him in the face. And then he ran. He apologized to me. And then as soon as he apologized, I broke. I was like, dude. You know what I mean? I was like, I wasn't like trying to keep it going. You know, like I'm proud. No, it wasn't. I congratulate him. This is the softer side.
You know what that shows me though? When you do that, it shows me that, like, it shows me that what you're doing when you actually tell them off, it's like something that you really don't want to do.
I don't want to, man. I told him,
but you have to.
It's like okay, it's time to crack.
Yeah.
You know, but I grabbed him and I said, mate, I respect you for apologizing to me. You know, like, and I'm that is also. And I looked at him and said, you're a good kid.
Yeah.
You're a good kid. People neglect. He's like that loose sheep that I said I go like to gather sometimes and feed them. You know. What I mean?
Yeah.
It's like, you're a good kid, man. You don't need to do that. You don't need to do that. Don't draw. You know, there's a line, and he walked off, mate. And then the coach said, "Dude, he's trained like that afterwards."
Yeah. Wow.
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
But no one does it. People are again afraid of fear, afraid of this and that. If parents come talk to me, which they won't, but if they do, I'll just explain to them.
Yeah.
Like it comes at a good heart. It comes at a good place. Another kid last night was
I think
the same
people
thing.
feel that. People feel the
They
heart
can,
behind it.
But I tell the kids, I don't just walk away and can carry it on. I
Yeah.
tell them, you know, like, you know, don't have to be that. You know, if you don't talk bad to other kids, you explain it.
Yep.
But in that old school way.
Yeah.
That's
yeah.
the balance, man.
Just bash them.
That's the balance.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, okay. So where do people find you though? Like,
Where do people
like I
find
saw
me?
you got a website.
Yeah,
Like,
so online, if people go to Instagram and people just type in Kevin Paulraj, 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 they'll find me. If you just Google me, there's heaps of stuff.
So what's your idea though? Like before, you know, I didn't even know the time. You got to go soon.
Wow.
Oh, yeah,
We've
but
done an hour.
Yeah, but that's not enough, man. We
Wow.
gotta get into more stuff. I'm gonna have you back, don't
Yeah, for sure. Thank
We're
you.
gonna
Thank
Daniel
you.
here too. I just want to have a group.
Oh, that would be
Do
great.
some mushrooms, maybe.
You know what?
It'd be funny, wouldn't it?
But I never thought about the three of us would be just
I'm telling
so
you, man, this
good.
is my vision.
Yeah.
Like I've got my main topic,
Yep.
which that's what I do. You know?
Yeah.
Work's sort of gone like that now. I do work, but that's not got my purpose now.
Yeah, I love that. I love that. This
what I
is what you're made for, bro. This is.
I think so, dude.
Yeah.
I think so.
Yeah.
And you're made for what you do. And
Yeah,
I think,
thank
you know,
you.
we like this is lovely. I said this, Nick, I said, mate, help me help you, dude.
Yeah.
You know, it's like this, it's his team build like an Avengers, mate.
Yeah. I love it. I love
You're
it.
like the Black Panther. What do you reckon? Hey?
The Dark Knight.
The Dark Knight! You are!
Yeah. Type that in porn. The Dark Knight. See what comes up. Oh, crap.
All right, so I'll definitely have you back on, man.
Thank you, bro.
Of course.
Yes,
I'm going to
thank
see
you.
you anyway.
Thank you. Yeah, for
You
sure.
know? So,
We every time we see each other, it's a podcast anyway.
This is what people go. If I could have a camera that follows me, like, my phone. I was on the
Bro.
phone, mate.
That would.
Yeah, one day in the
Bro,
future.
no. I was just
Ed
thinking,
TV me,
bro.
dude.
No. You know, I was thinking about that for a second because what's happening is in the whole marketing, media, content world. This is something that you'll probably see as well. There was this period where everyone's like got video editors and it's full hyper edited, and so all these cool edits and pictures and B-rolls and shit like that. But then now there's these new creators coming out where they don't even edit. It's just like a 3-hour film of them just doing life and just like cooking their food, going to the gym,
people watch
recording. People just watch it, bro. It's going off, bro. This is a guy called Sam Sulek, right? People just watch them doing life. And right now, like Gary Vee, who's a business guy, now what he does is while he's working on his business, he just has a camera and it's a Twitch stream, and people just stream and just live in, and
But how does
he'll just talk to them. He'll
does
just
he
be like,
get
"Oh, hey
paid?
guys, what's up?"
Does he get paid or anything? TikTok does that.
Yeah. Eventually, you can automate it. The whole model of monetizing is always get the attention first, then sell a product, whatever. But like this is all about the first step, which is getting the attention. But I was bringing it back to your idea. I think I was thinking about that. Imagine if you just had a constant camera on your head.
Yeah, like a GoPro.
People would watch that, bro.
Yeah,
People would watch that.
They would. I know they would.
You know what? I give it 5 years. Someone's going to be doing that.
Yeah, let's do it. Let's be the first.
Daniel, you'd be worth it for that.
Yeah, man. I am a funny one. I do have a funny life. Yeah.
It's just like I'd see next gen farmer.
Yeah. A flower. Isn't it? Dried herb.
Oh, damn.
Well, I can keep talking. But
Me
anyway,
too.
You gotta
I'm
go,
gonna have
right?
to go. Yes.
You gotta go roll.
Yes.
Well, man, we'll catch up soon.
Thank you so much. This was lovely.
It was lovely.
Thank you.
Wasn't it just the start?
Yes, just the beginning. Thank you.
Thank you.